Hello, I'm in the process of building my mason jars for the medicine that we're making. So we're making our tincture. We already talked about the fact that a tonic is made with a base that is vinegar, and then we use vodka or any kind of alcohol. Some people like to use bourbon, but I don't want anything that has a lot in it. So I like to work with a clean, basic alcohol that is vodka. So I'll buy vodka that's not expensive and use that to create the tincture that we're making. So I'm going to include some roses. So I already have the healing bay leaf, and we talked about bay leaves. We use them to cook all the time, but the spiritual purpose is that they do bind and cast off anything that's negative. So when somebody cooks with a bay leaf, they're usually cooking something for a long time. So they're putting love into it. You know, a delicious marinara sauce or black eyed peas or something that takes time. The bay leaf is representative of something that is loving and kind. So it wards off negativity. So that's one thing that we're going to put in. And I use this in just about every oil or tincture or tonic that I make. Also, I've got rose buds, which I have several different types. They smell great. This is one species of rose bud that you can put in your tea. But roses also cause relaxation. So if you have roses, not only do they help with relaxing your muscles, relaxing your body, but they also are spiritual in terms of angelic. So we see roses show up when we're trying to invoke angelic presence. Okay, so here's a whole different type of roses. These are the actual rose petals I have. Regular red roses that you may get for Valentine's Day. So these have been cleansed, and these are all edible. So you can use these in desserts, in your tea. But these rose petals impart a spiritual purpose as well as a healing purpose. And I mentioned I made a rose and a lavender tea once, and it promoted relaxation, but it also promoted silliness because me and James were laughing and giggling around here, and the tea had us doing it. These are more of the rose buds, just a different species. See, this is a darker rose. This is a more of a fuchsia or a hot pink, right? And then the last type of roses that we have are purple. These are like a lavender rose petal. So you got so many different things. So all of them kind of have the same purpose, but you can just go with what it is you're feeling at the time and decide what type of rose petals you're going to use. So for this particular one, I think I'm feeling the fuchsia, the hot pink ones. Look how pretty that is. See that? And these are just plain old rose petals, but I want to take the edge off. So this is a happy tincture. I want to go in for the kill basically with that base, which is going to definitely keep negativity away and help relax me spiritually, mentally. We know that it has medicinal properties that are going to work on my nervous system. That's going to work on my blood pressure, which means it's a vasodilator. So it's going to open the blood stream, meaning open up your blood vessels, your arteries, so that you don't have the pressure of your blood trying to get through. That's what high blood pressure is, right? So it does that. And then we've got these nice little roses, which also pack a punch, but they help with pressure, meaning they help to relax the muscles in the nervous system. So we're going to include a few of those. And see what else we're going to add. These smell wonderful. I'm not going to do lavender because lavender is another relaxant. It's another sedative, basically. So we don't need too much of the same thing in here. It's already powerful. Okay. So now I'm going to take my funnel. Show you what this looks like again. See how dark that is now? So we're going to take this medicine, we're going to take this tea, and pour all of it in here. See that? That's the powerful stuff right there. So we're going to take that, move the funnel, and I still have some good things in the bottom of this. These are going to also be placed in our tincture. So here's the whole tea bag. So we want that to continue to work. Here's our whole giant bay leaf. Here's our astragalus root, where all of the medicinal properties have been pulled out of that. And this is really a type of wood. It's a root, but it's a woody, it's kind of like a big piece of ginger. But this is astragalus root. And that's also known to help with helping us to relax. The whole purpose of this is so that we don't feel anxious or feel anything that's related to anxiety. And then the rest of this goes in. And you see that those are cloves and the last of the juniper berries. So we're going to see if we can get that in. Use my wooden spoon to get the last of that in here. Now, here it is. This is what we're working with. You see we got our rose petals in there, the bay leaf, a couple other things that I want to put in here for taste, but also for medicinal purposes, is we want to put some cinnamon sticks in. So we're going to do 1 cinnamon stick. So these are real cinnamon sticks, just not ground up. This is the actual stick. So this is going to have its purposes. Cinnamon is like a coolant. It cools. It's an herb that it's hot if you taste it, but its purpose really is to kind of calm and cool. So we're going to use that because that's all the type of stuff we're trying to do, to calm your nerves. And then now the fun part is we're just going to put our base in here. So I'm going to do 1/3 of the base, which is our vodka. It could be whatever white liquor you like, but I don't want it to have a taste. And so gin has a taste. You know, tequila has a taste, and it's probably too strong for what we're trying to do. We don't want to have an explosion in here while we're in the process of trying to make some medicine. Okay. So now I'm going to show you how much I'm going to pour in here. You see that that's about 1/3. I'm going to put 1/3 more alcohol in here. See that? 1/3 more alcohol. And then I have a separate container of water, just plain old water. And I'm going to fill it the rest of the way with that. See? So we don't just have alcohol. We got medicine. We have our tea. And then we have water. See that? It's nice and warm. Look at the color. No longer clear. So some things are going to be happening in here. Let's put it up to the sunlight. See that? All right. All right. So I'm going to close this up. I'm going to close it up, put a couple other little things in there. I'll share with you what those things are. And then we're going to shake it. And we're going to let it sit for a couple days. And we're going to try it out. And I'm going to share this with my friends. I'll be able to put some in, like I said, the small droppers. And we're going to come up with a name. So we know that this is a holy healing tincture. So I want to ask you guys to help me give it a name. I know when Wanda was here, we made an oil. And God finally told me that this should have been called Holy Thrones. So this healing oil, which Wanda has, it has some wonderful things in it. It's got rosemary in it too. It's called Holy Thrones because we made it with a type of oil called thrones. And thrones is a class of angels that are high up. They come against principalities and darkness and in high places, right? You remember that? So thrones are those real bad. Those are the angels you don't want to mess with. So we named it Holy Thrones. So now we know that this has hops in it. It has mugwort, a scary name. Just the name scary, and it has St. John's wort. So we're going to put some things in here now to just make it enjoyable. I'm going to probably put some honey in here, and I'm thinking of some other things right now. But help me come up with a name. So shoot me a couple of names. We know it's a holy healing tincture, okay? And so give me a couple of your ideas of what we might want to name it. Let's think about that in a little bit. But I will be back with you guys soon because I'm going to make some oil for this week, probably later on tonight. But thank you. I just wanted to share what I do and how I know this is going to help and heal us. All right. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.